people of the internet, friends and family, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host D-Rex, and yes, I am not wearing my Ultimate Warrior mask. Why? Well, to be honest, it was a little irritating having to readjust it, so I forego that. And our guest from the last video was very persuasive in convincing me into not wear that mask anymore. Anyway, before we begin, I got a little guest over here in the corner. You see him? Look at him, so precious. Just look at him sleeping. Anyway, so today we are reacting to Batgirl versus Spider-Gwen, DC versus Marvel. So right now, a version of Batman and Spider-Man have fought each other in two previous videos. Batman versus... Wait, did I say Superman? Spider-Man. I'm sorry if I... Oh, good lord. It's been a long day. Batman versus Spider-Man. So, the first one was, Batman versus Spider-Man, and then the next one was Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man of 2099. I believe that's the Spider-Man. It's 50-50 right now between the Bat family and the Spider-Man family. To be honest, though, for this one, I think Spider-Gwen's gonna take it, just because Spider-Gwen has basically the same powers as Spider-Man. Really the only difference between Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen is the gender / character or what have you. And really, that's really the only difference between the two. And Batgirl, essentially is just Batman. I mean, yes, Barbara Gordon is a little different. Again, I don't really know. Let me back up. Okay, so when it comes to DC and Marvel comics, there's only certain characters who I really pay attention to, and I really pay attention to Batman's story and Robin's and basically everything he does. And really the only thing I know about Batgirl essentially is the Commissioner's daughter teamed up with Batman and can hold her own again against said Batman for a period of time. At least that's what I think. But anyway, and Spider-Gwen, in her universe, Gwen Stacy, who actually was Peter Parker's first love before Mary Jane came along, in case for people didn't know that. In her universe, so the original Gwen Stacy died in the original comic book, but then in the alternate universe, that never happened, where Spider-Gwen got bit by a radioactive spider, and Peter Parker became the Lizard and died because Spider-Gwen, had to stop him. And so, so there are similarities between, the original Spider-Man story with the Spider-Gwen story, but yet they are vastly different as well. But enough of me rambling. Before just going into this, I think Spider-Gwen's gonna take it, just because the similarities of said character of Batgirl and Spider-Gwen with their predecessor with the Batman versus Spider-Man. So I think the outcome's gonna be the same, but I could be wrong. So let's find out. Oh, and before we begin, make sure you go down in the description and the link below to the original video. Go watch that, and then come back here, and we can watch it together. And play.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
You can take them anytime, day or night, and even on an empty stomach, so
yeah,
you
can
be ready whenever the moment arises.
Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at a pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package.
Since Blue Chew prepares and ships directly, they're cheaper
yeah, well,
than
I'm
pharmacy,
single,
and
so
you don't even need to leave the house.
that doesn't really apply to me. Alright, here we go.
Who runs the world?
The ladies? So obviously there's a bunch of awesome crime-fighting chicks out there.
Like Barbara Gordon, the DC Comics vigilante known as Batgirl.
Okay.
And Marvel's Gwen Stacy, the one you know as Spider-Gwen. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
Death Battle. Oh, and this one's 3D. I didn't watch the
Barbara Gordon always
podcast.
had a connection to crime fighting.
All right.
Her father was Gotham City's police commissioner, and she idolized the legendary superhero Batman.
I mean, who
So
wouldn't?
she whipped up her own bat costume to crash a police ball. Yeah, she's a rebel. But plot twist, a criminal crashed it first, and she wound up saving the day.
This sparked a fire in Barbara, a fire for justice, and a drive to confront crime on her own. With this new mission came another goal, to officially join Batman and Robin.
As the next bat-ass crime fighter, Batgirl.
Ba-da-da-da.
You know, how come she's called Batgirl when Dick gets to be Robin? Her identity and individuality should
Oh, wait, she was
take her to
adopted.
the patriarchal idea that women are publicly defined by the men in their life.
Well said, Boomstick.
It's hard to prove herself, and she's not just a tough fighter, she's super smart.
With a strong understanding of technology and computer hacking, Batgirl knew she could prove useful to a team that relies on tech. Like, you know, Batman and Robin.
How could the bat and the bird say no?
And after settling into the Batcave, she honed her skills by training with
Yeah.
the Batman himself.
Who's basically the world's greatest ninja times 1,000. Not like judo and karate.
Of course, Batgirl wears
Okay.
her own custom bat suit, lined with Kevlar and filled to the brim with advanced technology.
It's basically a slimmed-down combination of military-grade armor and spy gear that even James Bond would be jealous of. Heck, Batman's version helped him survive this humongous explosion. Look at the size of that thing.
She also
Well,
added
what kind
plenty
of
her own
tech
tools
would have
her
to be in
arsenal
your
for an
suit to
extra
survive a
advantage.
blast that big?
Everything from a taser to pepper spray, concussion bombs, smoke bombs, and foam bombs that can bind people in place.
What's with
Wow.
all the bombs?
And of course, she's got batarangs. Dummy?
Here I come. I'm just dying to help.
Oh
Everyone
boy.
knows about the basic shuriken the bats are famous for,
Ow.
but Miss
Aw,
Gordon
poor
also
dummy.
carries an electric variant.
Well, that was...
You know,
oh,
that's very nice of you. That you never appreciate me. You know what?
I feel bad for Dummy. I really do. He's gonna... let's see what happens to him.
If there was an award for being nice,
He's gonna explode.
you wouldn't win it. You three hear me?
those are awesome. Let me try. Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, God, why?
Dummy, no!
Anyway, sleeping gas, a gun
Okay.
that shoots a grappling hook, and a gun that shoots batarangs.
Wait.
Because why would you throw
What?
something when you can fire it out of a gun?
She's quick enough to dodge bullet fire and avoid
Okay.
electricity from live wire.
Who's basically just a scarier version of Blue Jamie Foxx from that one movie about amazing spiders. Also, Batbob's tough enough to tank a 5-story fall.
How will a robot-
Freaking building explode? while
How will a
sitting
robot
inside?
T-Rex jaw
Damn,
shut?
girl, you're unstoppable.
Well, until she was shot and paralyzed from the waist down. But even with the loss of her
Yeah.
legs, she rallied around her peers and kept fighting the good fight as Oracle.
Remember those computer skills? Well, they sure came in handy here, along with her photographic memory. Plus, she could dodge bullets while in a freaking wheelchair. Man, I bet she'd kick ass at Murder Ball.
Certainly setting her apart from the likes of Batman and Robin. She even learned
Okay.
stick fighting while still paralyzed.
She can beat your ass even while sitting on hers. What can't she do in that wheelchair?
You know, I'm just gonna say something quick. That... Here, one second, let me do it. That takes tremendous willpower and dedication, really, to go through something traumatic like that. Batgirl, Barbara Gordon is a very, inspirational character. I love what they've done with her character over the years. I remember watching her in the original Batman cartoon and seeing how her character has evolved from being just another sidekick to, a character, a woman who can stand on her own 2 feet and not have a male character, to help her up. I mean, overall, Barbara Gordon is a very phenomenal.
Well, besides walk.
Not for too long, though. She eventually received neural implants in her brain and spine that let her walk again.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, these devices are vulnerable to short-circuiting and AI hacking, but they're an acceptable risk and have been improved over time to resist such incursions.
Okay.
Which just makes her that much harder to beat. I mean, she's strong enough to outmuscle a giant mutant shark and suplex a fully grown tiger. Move over, Joe Exotic. Make way for the Tiger Queen.
Thanks to her police father and her experience with the Bat family, Barbara Gordon's become a well-rounded protector of her city.
Crazy to think how far the wannabe sidekick has come. She's really stepped out of Batman's shadow and become her own hero. The goddamn Batgirl.
Overstepping yourself a little? Try me.
There's an advertisement coming up here. Get out of your stinking ads.
Before Mary Jane, everyone's favorite spider superhero Peter Parker dated a girl named Gwendolyn Stacy.
But then she fell off a bridge and died. The end.
Except that isn't the end. The universe is full of possibilities. What if, in another timeline, that never happened? What if Peter never found that radioactive spider that made him Spider-Man in the first place? What if the superhero was Gwen?
Dun dun dun!
65. This Gwen was a teen kicking back in New York City. She's a drummer for her high school band and the daughter of a police chief.
And she's this world's one and only Spider-Woman.
Though you might know her as Spider-Gwen. With her cool powers, she got busy fighting crime. But hey, who
Off the
can blame her for
hallucinate
showing
Spider
off? She
Ham.
does whatever a spider can.
Though her police father didn't approve, insisting Spider-Woman could use her powers for the good of others.
I want to know more about that.
Superpowered Peter of this world had a different take.
He was getting bullied all the time and idolized Spider-Gwen's power. So, of course, he figured the only way to stop the bullies was to get powers like hers. Except he accidentally turned himself into a giant monster lizard. Okay.
Whom Miss Stacy was forced to subdue. Peter ultimately succumbed to his experiments, dying in her arms. His death turned Spider-Woman into a fugitive on the run, but also inspired her to take her father's advice.
It was time to step up as a superhero. With her spider
that's really
powers,
sad.
She can crawl on walls and stick to
Poor
any
Peter.
surface. Imagine, you're sitting on your couch being all that is man. You look up at your ceiling, and instead of seeing a normal spider, there's a whole ass woman up there. Yes, please.
Spider-Woman also has classic spider sense, which constantly scans her surroundings and alerts her to incoming danger.
Got
How many
wrong
times
there.
have we said the word spider so far? We get to 50. Do we get a free taco?
Thanks to her spider sense,
Let's find out.
she's fast enough to dodge bullets, lasers, and lightning from
For a bit before we got smacked.
She's tough enough to power through point-blank explosions just as well as electrocution. And yes, she has similar powers as other spider people like main universe Peter, who survived a massive explosion that annihilated the top of this skyscraper.
And she's strong enough to punch Rhino through a wall, the guy, not another animal, and lift over 10 tons.
But of course, to truly
impressive
the role of Spider-Woman, she needed one last thing. Thanks to Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, Gwen received her very own web shooters.
Okay.
These people keep using sticky stuff that just gets everywhere. Kinda gross.
The web fluid isn't just sticky, but incredibly strong.
Hey!
The tensile strength of regular spider silk can reportedly reach up to 178 kilograms per square millimeters in a cross-section. Scaled up to a human-sized web, it would be nearly as strong as steel.
Oh, come on, where's the new shirt?
That can't be. It already has beer stains all over it.
That's just my style. Like all those girls that just cut a bunch of holes in their jeans and ruin them.
Even with those similar powers, Gwen's not your average spider hero. She's made a habit of traveling throughout the multiverse.
And she lost her powers permanently. They were stolen by Cindy Moon because she's the worst. Gwen could briefly restore her powers with these isotope things, but she didn't really have a good solution until she found Venom. No, really, Venom. You know, the scary alien monster guy that eats brains.
Despite it being, well, Venom, Gwen took the symbiote for herself. Formed into her new suit, her powers were fully restored.
Oh yes, she's back in black.
I should note this version of Venom is a bit different from the one you're most familiar with. It was lab created and not nearly as potent or powerful.
Okay. Talons, camouflage her, and do some limited shape-shifting. But Gwen won't be reforming from a puddle of goo or anything crazy like that. Also, she can create even more spiders?
Oh!
Up with that. I guess the only problem is the symbiote's weak to loud sounds.
Yeah.
It's basically scared of a metal con.
So in sense, she can give birth to more spiders. I mean, as long as she has the symbiote suit, and you know what? That is a road I do not want to go down. Let's continue on.
Ironic, considering its preferred look. But it's still Venom, and its violent nature tore Gwen apart.
Yep.
Eventually, she wound up unmasked and indicted.
What do you mean unmasked? Her name's Spider-Gwen. Everyone should have figured that out.
Have you been paying attention?
Yes, whiz. Badass spider chick kicked lots of ass.
After serving her time and even gaining control of the symbiote, shifting it into a more
Okay.
iconic getup, Gwen took a trip to the mainline 616 Earth.
Basically, she got about as popular as Spider-Man, and they wanted to jam her in the universe.
There, she regained her secret identity. But since there were a few other Spider-Women running around, she took on a new moniker, Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider!
That's
right. This chick's too good to protect one world. She's got two.
Okay.
Let's see how far she's come from teenage show-off to guardian of the multiverse.
That's why I work alone. I need...
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But while these gals have survived some close shaves in the past, you too can get a close shave with Harry's.
You know, right off the bat, I'm gonna say Spider-Gwen's gonna take this. I honestly did not know Spider-Gwen was a multi-universe hopping character. Yeah, man. You know, I'm still gonna say yes. Spider-Gwen is gonna probably take this, especially with the Venom symbiote. Again, this is not the like the alien one from the main continuity, but yeah, it still has the same powers in a sense, and it's still volatile. But why do I keep staring up at the ceiling? Like I'm probably looking for spiders. Like, oh my gosh, where are they? But yeah, I don't really know how Batgirl's gonna win this one though. Like Spider-Gwen, she's got all the classic spider sense, you know. She punched the Rhino, can pick up 10 tons. Both characters, though, have survived massive explosions. Like, no, well, yes, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon has, tons of training by, just not instructors, but also Batman himself. And like one of her best skills is using technology or that, but I don't know how that's gonna work well against Spider-Gwen. But you know what? Maybe I'll be wrong and I'll get surprised and Batgirl wins. But my money is on Spider-Gwen. So let's get back into this.
Trial offer today.
Harrys.com/death.
It's time for a
Death battle! Yeah. Wow, the graphics in this are amazing. Wait, hold on. Wait, go back. Hold on. What did that say? Oh no, she's watched. Did they just seriously break the fourth wall? Ugh. Talk about meta. I don't know what you say. Please do Hulk versus Broly. Oh, so she knows about Marvel and the Dragon Ball universe. All right. Well, you got a little Terminator effects going on here.
Stupid thing. I said take me to Miles, not this.
Oh, look out!
Seems like you're the stupid one for dropping by unannounced.
Don't you treat your guests well.
Technically you are intruding. Oh boy. Oh, wait a minute. Batgirl's...
Dracula, I'll get out of your hair.
I just realized that Batgirl's got home field advantage, so maybe the technology thing will come in handy. But isn't like death battle supposed to be usually be taken on a neutral ground? Because technically, Batgirl does get a significant advantage when it's home field. Oh. Ooh. Ow. Talk about shocking. Oh.
End of the road, loser.
Oh, turn invisible.
I'll find you. You're on my turf.
Too late.
Alright.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, Barbara, I don't think Bruce is gonna appreciate you blowing up his Batcave. Oh. Ow. And. Ow.
Ow! 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 Damn.
Ooh.
Come on! Come on!
Now that was a look. Did they take that from the Spider-Man movie?
You haven't won yet.
Okay. Oh, it distracted her. Ugh. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh!
Now I have.
Oh!
Looks like Batgirl's turned into Splat Girl.
Batgirl wielded an impressive arsenal.
Not
with plenty
cool.
of tools suited to combat Gwen's abilities. Not to mention, Gwen was no match for her stellar intelligence.
Which made this pretty
Okay.
close. There are plenty of versions of this fight where Batgirl could take down the symbiote with sound and fire.
But even
Yep.
with such weaknesses, the Ghost Spider held enough of her own advantages to take the win more times than not.
So while Batgirl's training was certainly better, the spider sense is just super broken. We
Yep.
and other Spideys have held up against martial arts masters like Captain America, who is definitely on par with super ninjas like Batman.
Not to mention, Gwen was clearly stronger than Barbara. Plus, Spider-Man
Yep.
survived that skyscraper bomb with the same powers, which Batgirl definitely wouldn't walk away from.
It was way bigger than the building blast that Batgirl barely survived. Hell, Batman's biggest explosion survival feat doesn't even match it. Listen, I know explosions, and by measuring the size of this blast, I can tell it's equal to about 60 tons of TNT.
Okay.
But applying the same math stuff to Spider-Man's, it's more than double that.
To be frank, Batgirl had the tools she needed to take down Spider-Woman. Gwen was simply stronger, faster, tougher, and made good use of the spider sense, making it extremely difficult for Barbara to land a decisive hit before taking one herself.
It seems batty, but Batgirl was overwhelmed by Spider-Gwen spinning this one in her favor. Jesus webbed.
The winner is Spider-Gwen.
Thanks for checking out that episode of Death Battle.
They really need to put a boomstick on with the limit.
New season of RVB that I worked on, RVB 0. The first episode is up for free right now on roosterteeth.com. Check the link in the description.
Alright, who's next? Alright, team. Wow, that was an ending. I did not expect that to happen. Yeah, I had a sure feeling that Spider-Gwen was gonna win. Even you just like, you know, a lot of it's that spider sense. Yes, you know, Barbara Gordon had superior training in eerie field, but yet the natural powers of a spider is just Oh, good night. I still can't get over that claw attack. It's just, oh, that look of shock right when it happened. You're like, oh, she was dead, but it happened so quick. Oh boy. But yeah, you know, amazing job on the animation of this one. It was really, really well. Yeah, overall, this is just a really good death battle. But the next one, I'm excited to see. Like, again, like Naruto is really the only anime I've ever watched. I've been meaning to actually watch One Piece. So I'm gonna actually do it, so I can kind of get an idea of. I'm sorry, One Piece fans. I already forgot that character's name. But I hope I can get an idea of, you know, what One Piece is and what this character is, even though I'm probably not going to have enough time to learn more about that character on my own. Unless I binge watch all 900 episodes in less than 2 weeks. That would be a feat. But I digress. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. If you like this video, make sure to like it, comment, subscribe, and turn notifications on to get updates on the channel. And if there's something else that you would like me to react, please let me know. And yeah, well, this is D-Rex signing off. Catch you later.